Good morning, everyone. Today I'm over here at Oakwood Cemetery, and I was going to be presenting you guys with a little bit of a different video, particularly one about for my current series that I wanted to go ahead and start out, but had a little bit of a change of plans from that there because of a particular little discovery that I'd made just yesterday. So, yesterday I was going along, walking down the rows here, going along, checking out some of the headstones, particularly these flat headstones like the one you see just down here to John S. Lindsay. Now, I personally have my own issues with flat headstones because, as you can see, what happens is grass will grow over top of them, which obscures them, which means you have to make sure that you're going by and weeding them quite often. So I was just going along, kind of clearing them off, making them a little bit, more presentable and easy to read. And so I was walking along, making my way down, particularly through here in section C. I was heading down this way. I was like, all right, I'm going to go ahead and keep on looking for any more of these little flat headstones because some of them were quite heavily covered in grass. So I ended up coming down towards the section. Then I noticed something that kind of looked like a flat headstone, but was a little bit off. So went over to it was right next to one of these plot markers that you see before you, and I kind of kicked it a little bit. I was like, yeah, this is a stone. I brushed it off a little bit. I was like, yeah, this is definitely a stone, but it's definitely not a flat headstone like the one you see just down here, which I'll have to clean that one off before I leave. Rather, it was something completely different. In fact, you can see the headstone here. Now, this is only a fragmentary stone. This is only a part of the headstone. As you can see, it's been heavily damaged. Chunks are missing from it. There's no name on there, so I'm not able to identify who it exactly belongs to. However, enough of the epitaph remains for me to be able to get enough information from it to be able to figure out who it might belong to. And I know the rough area of where it was buried at. So, after I'd uncovered it, it was lying face down, I might add, I lifted it up, I saw the writing inscription on it, I went ahead and I lifted it up, I rinsed it off with a little bit of water that I had on me, and I was able to clear out the epitaph enough to read it. So, the first line that's visible is May 3rd, and then you have a fragment of the year date, which is the date of birth. However, the date of birth is missing. It's on records. It's not that we haven't found, at least not yet. Then below it, you have died July 24th, 18, and then the rest of that date is missing. It's on one of the other fragments that's missing for the stone. However, based on the fact that we're in section C, it's more likely than not 1862. And this is affirmed further by the rest of the epitaph, which is visible, which says, from wounds received at Frazier's Farm. Now, Frazier's Farm was one of the battles of the 7 Days battles. It was fought after the Battle of Gainesville and after the Battle of Savage's Station down nearby a crossroads that was known as Glendale. And there was a farm there that was also known as Frazier's Farm, so both names blended to the name of the battle. The Union called it Glendale, but the Confederates called it Frazier's Farm. So they would eventually clash there, the Army of the Potomac and the Army of Northern Virginia. It'd be an inconclusive battle, very fierce fighting, and then eventually the Union would withdraw from the position and retreat towards Malvern Hill, which would be fought on July 1st, 1862. He was wounded at Frazier's Farm, then brought here to Richmond. I don't know who he is, though, but he was brought to Richmond, and then he would eventually die and then be brought here to Oakwood Cemetery. So, what I've done since I've ended up discovering this, I went ahead and I notified the Sons of Confederate Veterans, particularly the Virginia Division, which is responsible for the restoration efforts here at Oakwood Cemetery, to let them know about this discovery. Now, I have not heard back from them, so I'm not making any further alterations to the headstone or anything else until I can get word back from them about this discovery. And hopefully I'll be able to find some other context that I can refer to later on. Now, I ended up finding this entire find in Section C, of course, in row O between graves 82 and 84. Now, if anyone has any information about who this might be, gladly leave it down in the comments below. But I will tell you this, please respect the headstone. Do not disturb it. Do not alter it any further until I can get word back from Sons Confederate veterans to know what we can do from there. So I hope everyone has a nice day, and may God bless you, and may God bless the man whose this headstone belonged to. May he rest in peace.